Sound. Hi, Litiksha.
Say hi.
Hi, Seon.
Hi.
How come you guys are not in school today? No school, right? Jolly. Hello, Prasad ji. This is the open house, right?
Yes, it is.
Yes, Ji.
Oh, Balakrishnan ji irukala.
Ji. Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe.
Prasad Ji, he was there just 2 minutes back.
Huh?
Prasad Ji was there on the call just 2 minutes back. We're not
Oh,
hearing
okay.
from him. Just give him a minute or two. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Hello.
Radhe Radhe, brother.
Okay. Sorry, I was actually talking, but somehow the microphone was not working. Yeah, Ganesh ji, the plan is I'll just walk them through the Puranava high level. What is Puranava for 10 minutes, and then you can take over. You can just do a demo of a sample quiz, and then we will proceed further to the quiz. All right.
Sure.
That's the plan. So I see about 13 participants now. So I think it's now time to get started, at least in interest of time that we should, our quiz should start by 6 o'clock. I think open house has to start now. Radhe Radhe, welcome again to all of the parents as well as the kids who have enrolled into this Puranava. It's exploring priceless Indian wisdom intuitively. I'm going to share my screen. Give me a couple of minutes. I'm going to share my screen. Is my screen visible to you? Can anyone answer? Is my screen visible to you?
Yes, it's visible.
All right. All right. So I'll just walk you through some steps that you need to follow to get started, and then I will answer the questions which are in the Google Sheet. So that is what I'm going to do. First of all, what is Puranava? Puranava is a quiz program to intuitively learn about Indian culture, about Indian heritage, about ancient Indian wisdom. It is an intuitive quiz program. Let's be very clear, it's a quiz program. It is not a classroom program. For those of us who think that it is a classroom program, it is not. We have another classroom program called Gopakuteram, which is a weekly program which is run by our organization, Global Organization for Divinity. All our programs are primarily inspired by our master Maharani Shri Muralidhara Swamiji. He always stresses that fundamental of Sanatana Dharma to be fed to our children, especially in North America. And that's the inspiration behind running such kind of programs. We have a classroom program called Gopakuteram, which is a different program which usually happens during the weekends. Puranava is exclusively a quiz program. It is not a classroom program, right? So let's be very clear. That's step one. Having said that, I suppose all of us who are there in the call have already enrolled into Puranava using the link that we have shared with you, right? So once you have enrolled into Puranava, please excuse me for the noise around. I'm also, trying to bring up the kids here. So step one is you need to download an app called Kahoot, right? I've given a link. I'm going to share this document to all of us right after this call. So first you need to download this app called Kahoot. It is available in Apple, in Apple as well as in Android. You can preferably download it into a mobile phone or a tablet, and then download I hope all of us have Zoom in our system because that's how we have connected now. So we must have Zoom. That is a expectation. And then please join this WhatsApp group. This is where you will get our daily communication, right? So once you're done with all these things, step 2 is right after, I mean, by 9 o'clock today, by 9 o'clock in the night today, Eastern, you will see some sample quizzes. We have actually, we have categorized it into 4 levels. One is level 1, beginner, level 2, intermediate, level 3, advanced, level 4, adults or young adults, parents, right? So level 1 is going to happen on Mondays, level 2 on Tuesdays, level 3 on Wednesdays, and level 4 on Thursdays. All the days it's going to be the same time, which is 6 o'clock in the evening Eastern, right? All the days it's going to be the same time, 6 o'clock Eastern time, evening. So you will actually, once I share this document, you will actually see some sample quizzes here. So what you need to do is ask your kids to go through that sample quiz. You should be able to gauge yourself which level the kid is comfortable playing with. You know, is the kid comfortable with beginner, intermediate, or advanced? I know that while doing the registration, we did register the kids based on the grade or age. But despite that, you know, we have actually slightly tweaked this, you know, model in a way that if a kid is a 6-year-old want to do intermediate level, he or she can still do it, and a kid who is 11 or 12-year-old want to play beginner level, he or she can still do it. So we kind of brought that flexibility around, you know, for the kids to play whichever level that they want to. The only condition that we impose is once you select a level, let's assume that, you know, my kid is selecting a beginner level, then the expectation is you have to play, my kid has to play that level for a minimum of 2 weeks. And after 2 weeks, if I get bored, or, you know, if I'm, you know, pretty confident that, you know, I can play an intermediate level, I can definitely do that. But for me to go to intermediate level, I need to play that beginner level for a minimum of 2 weeks, and the same applies for intermediate to advanced as well, right? So having said that, I know there are some questions which is posted on WhatsApp. I'll answer these questions later. So step 3, in the WhatsApp group, once you join this WhatsApp group, you will see this Google sheet. It's a spreadsheet which is shared in the Google. Here in this sheet, you will basically see what is the topic of the day. Basically, we will for next week's quiz, we will typically update this sheet by the previous Saturday. By coming Saturday, you will see the topics for all the 3 quizzes, all the 4 quizzes which are going to happen next week, right? So every Saturday, please check this Google sheet around 9 p.m. Eastern to know what is the quiz topic. And to those of us who are completely new to this, I mean, this program has been running for last 8 weeks now. We started it off in a very earnest way, just within our own families who are in Toronto, who are part of our organization. So this, you know, we have been running this with about, you know, 10-15 kids for 8 weeks now. And because we see the success of this program, because we see that, you know, the kids really love this program, that's why we kind of extended this across North America. And that's why, you know, you got that request, and that's how you enrolled into this program. The reason I am saying that is, till date, we have not actually given any kind of preparation material or reference material to any of the kids for any of our quiz programs. The kids were able to, you know, just, you know, start from the, you know, from the word go, they were able to, you know, cope it up, and they really enjoyed it. But I know that this model is not going to be sustainable. Having said that, you know, we are going, since we have an extended crowd across North America, we have to have a reference material for the kids before they come to the quiz. They need to have reference material. We completely, we are aware of that fact, and we recognize that fact, and we are working, you know, through a model by which we can share some reference material or preparation material to the kids, by the way, this reference or preparation material is not going to be the questions. It is some kind of, you know, a write-up or a YouTube video through which the kids can learn about the topic that that the quiz is going to be on. After listening to that video or after reading through that, then they can come to the quiz with a better preparation, right? That's what we are planning. You know, stay tuned. We will keep you posted on how we are going to share that. We have not yet finalized the approach that we are going to take in sharing the material. We will finalize the approach by tomorrow, and for next week's quiz, we will share you the material by end of Saturday, right? So I'll move on. So once all these things are done, if you still have any more questions, we will give you an email ID. You can still, you know, you can post your questions to that email ID. We will give you an email ID for Puranava, right? And the most vital part, again, I want to reiterate, this is a quiz program, right, for intuitive learning on the go, and it is not a teaching or classroom program. And we don't provide, you know, we neither record this session. Of course, I actually am recording this session. Whatever I'm talking, I'm recording this for later reference. But usually we never record any of our quiz programs, nor we intend to record it, right? And we don't intend to share any of our quiz questions offline. So the most important part is ensure to participate in live quiz regularly without fail. That is the most important part. We don't intend to record this session, and we don't intend to share the quiz questions offline. We don't, you know, we don't have that intention. So the only way to participate in this quiz is, you know, participate the live quiz, which is happening daily 6 o'clock, and you choose the level that you know, you want to play, and that's a flexibility that we give to you, right? So that's it. I think I hope this should have at least answered 30 to 40% of the questions. I still will go to the questions that some of the parents have asked. Question 1, which level should I enroll my kid into? I think I've answered that question. You find that answer here. So what you do is, you, by end of this, you know, today by around 8 to 9 o'clock, you should see a message from us. We will share this sheet with you, and there in that sheet you will find a sample quiz in each of those levels. Ask your kids to, you know, go through that sample quiz, and then you will be able to gauge yourself which level your kid is, you know, will be comfortable playing with, right? Is there a preparation material? Yes, there is. Till date there was never a preparation material, but yes, we plan to share a preparation material. It could be a form of a YouTube video, or it could be a you know, blog, or a write-up, whatever, right? We definitely, you know, intend to share that. We shall keep you posted on that before end of Saturday. Okay, third question. My son is in 3rd grade. He has no clue of many questions. I believe it's going to be like you say the topic day before, and the kids needs to learn from Google on previous night and answer the questions, right? Okay, I think I have already answered this question. We will give you the topic the previous week, which is the previous Saturday. And we will also give you some reference material. It's usually our program will have 15 to 18 questions. Any of the quiz programs will have 15 to 18 questions. The timing is duration is always constant. It's 30 minutes, but the questions may vary. A number of questions may vary. It could be, you know, 14, 15, 16, 17, maximum 18 questions. Most likely it's not going to exceed 18, right? In a typical quiz. So to answer your question, yes, you will get to know the topic of the day the previous week, and you will also get some preparation material, right? And that's how it's going to be. Okay, I don't think the 4th question is there. 5th question, my son is in 5th grade, not sure how to select which level he belongs to. It's already answered, so I'll move on. It would be good to have some material available ahead of quiz day, so that the kids can learn and practice before the quiz. Otherwise, being new to this topic, my son will have no idea about these questions. We are completely aware of this issue, and though we have not shared any kind of preparation material for this week, we do plan to share preparation material from next week onwards. So the question is answered. It would be great if the kids get material. Okay, again, the same question is being repeated, so I think I've already answered it. So I'll move on to the next question. My daughter is in 4th grade. Is she going to take quiz only or learn about culture and shlokas? Yeah. In this, as part of Puranava, she is going to take quiz only. Of course, the learning part of learning of culture is is intrinsic to that, because she is going to learn it intuitively, right? Learning of slokas, we have a different program called Gopakutinam. You may reach out to us for more details. Your daughter can enroll. We also run Gopakutinam in those. We preferably ask kids to be physically present for Gopakutinam classes. Having said that, we have a lockdown period. We are currently running our Gopakutinam classes via Zoom. We also have a Gopakutinam class, so if you want more details, please reach out to us. So having said that, I already I saw another question in the WhatsApp. Is there any option for people who can't join now? I'm really sorry, there is no option for the people who can't join. The only option for you to for you to play the quiz is join live. We don't intend to conduct this quiz offline or share this quiz offline. So just to let you know, all of us who are going to conduct this quiz, we are in a full-time job like you, right? We are not in a full-time job in Puranava. We have another full-time career-oriented job, and we do it out of our own interest. All of us are doing it as a volunteering, right? As a service to our Swamiji. So having said that, we will definitely make all our we will give our best for the kids in that 30 minutes or whatever time that we spend with your kids, but at the same time we won't be able to stretch ourselves beyond that. We also have our own career jobs, our families, our kids. So so I am sure you would understand what I'm trying to say. So having said that, we don't intend to conduct this quiz beyond the time duration of 6 to 6:30. We don't intend to share that quiz offline as well, because that would need even more time and energy to manage it, right? So please appreciate. I'm sure you're going to appreciate our efforts as well, our time and energy which is put here. So having said that, we don't intend to share our quiz offline. So that is the only way that you are going to play this game is come live, right? It's just going to happen once a week, right? It's just like any other class, right? We I send my kid to multiple classes, like he attends some fine arts class, he attends some language class, he attends some Kumon class. Similarly, and none of those classes I intend to miss, right? I ensure that if the class is by Sunday 3 o'clock, I ensure that the kid attends that by Sunday 3 o'clock. And similarly, this program is just once a week, half an hour. And please understand that the only way to participate in this quiz is live, which is you're just going to attend it once a week, half an hour. I'm sure you would love spending that time. And to the parents who have younger kids in the sense the kids who are in the age of 5 to or 4 to 7, we encourage the parents to sit with the kids. Of course, you have to sit with the kids, because to those kids, basically those kids will play beginner level is what I understand. Basically, the beginner level questions will have pictorial questions. Of course, you're going to see a sample quiz by tonight. You will know, what kind of questions and what model of questions that you would get. Most of the questions for beginners is going to be pictorial, so there is no scope for reading, but still there could be some questions that kids have to read. Being a parent myself of a 5-year-old, my kid cannot read. He's still learning to read. So I always ensure that I sit with him while playing the quiz. I usually don't conduct quizzes. My name is Prasad, by the way. Our quizzes are conducted by 3 quiz masters: Aditya, Balakrishnanji, and Adityaji, Balakrishnanji, and Ganeshji. Today it's going to be conducted by Ganeshji. So the point is, we definitely encourage parents to sit with the kids. We assure you that it's a quality time that you're going to spend with the kid, right? So please sit with the kids for those 30 minutes, because the kids may have some questions around the jargons that we might use, right? So please sit with the kids so that it will be helpful for them to understand the question and understand the answer. Of course, they're going to choose the answer, but you can pretty much help them out. So having said that, if you have any more questions, I hope I have answered most of your questions. If you still have more questions, please, I'll just mark. This is complete. You can just add your questions in the same Google Sheet. If there are any questions which are not being answered, then I will conduct. Typically we will have another open house tomorrow by 5:30. If there are no more questions, we won't have that open house. If you still have questions, you can still go ahead and update the same Google Sheet that we shared with you. Right? Having said that, thank you all of you. I will just hand it over to Ganeshji. Ganeshji, please take over and walk us through a demo quiz. Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe. How many people are not familiar with Kahoot? Or how many people are familiar with Kahoot? I see a lot of familiar faces here.
No, we are not.
You are not? Okay. Okay, very good. Let me just get the Kahoot set up.
I'm
All right, Ganeshji, I'm just making you as host so that you can share the screen.
Okay, thanks. So Kahoot is an online web portal through which you can, as a teacher, you can come and create quizzes. Schools are starting to use this. Corporates are starting to use this. It's a paid service. You can come in and then create quizzes, and then you can run it through the web. Right. I was introduced to this as part of our Gopakutiram classes, and then now I use it for my kids conduct quizzes for our nephews in India and all that. So it is a way of interacting. Kids have started creating. It's very user friendly. Anybody can go and create a quiz there, and you can conduct a quiz, right? So the first thing is to create the quiz. I'm not going to go into how to create a quiz, because that is what we are doing, right? We are already creating the quiz. I will focus on how to play in a quiz, right? But if you have questions about how to create a quiz, just post a question in the chat, and then I can cover that as well, right? So how it is played is, so I'm going to log in as a, teacher. And I think there is a demo that was created for this purpose. Balakshananji, is that demo shared? If not, I can use one of the existing ones, but then the question.
It has not been shared. I think it is in my personal folder.
Oh, is it? Okay, okay. I can use one. I think
Yeah.
my kid created one for Disney. I'll use that.
Okay.
So there are two things. One is we are going to be posting questions with multiple choice answers or a true or false answer, or for advanced levels or for older kids, right? They will also be able to have fill in the blanks kind of things, which means you need to type out stuff. We don't typically do that for the younger kids because it's difficult for them to get the spellings right and all that. So questions typically, so for example, take this one, right? Let's play this. So when I start a quiz, the Kahoot program is going to generate a pin. I will be sharing this screen. So you want to be logged in through Zoom on a laptop or a desktop or at least a tablet, so that you can see the question and the options, right? So that is the first device you need. You need a device that has a bigger screen, something bigger than a phone. So either a 10-inch tablet or your regular laptop at home or a desktop will be perfect, so that you can see the question, right? So for that, you will be logged in through Zoom. I will do a screen share and you will see the screen. In the next screen, you will start seeing the questions as well. And then to answer the question, you need Again, you can either use a phone or you can use a tablet, but it has to be something that you can hold in your hand and then click. It cannot be the same device where you're seeing the question. So the second device can be a phone, which is very convenient, right? On your handheld device, whether it is a phone or a tablet, you will go to kahoot.it. We'll share this information. In browser, you can go and type kahoot.it and this page will come up, right? The other way to do it is to download the Kahoot app. And then when you go there, the first thing it will ask is, it will ask you to input the game pin. Actually, there is, I think, a way to show it here.
No, you have to open
So there's a way to do a test. Yeah, I can show it here. So if you open a browser and go to kahoot.it, it will look like this. Very simple. All it will ask is a game pin. You can open this kahoot.it through your phone browser. You can try it right now. Just go to Google Chrome, or if you are in Apple, open your Apple, the Apple browser, Safari, and then type kahoot.it. You will get this screen. Right, so you will be holding this in your hand, and then in Zoom you will be seeing this, where I display the game pin. You have to type in this pin there, here, and then when you hit enter, it will ask you for a nickname. You say, we encourage kids to use a nickname. You don't have to put your own name, so that you don't have to worry about how much you are scoring. You don't have to worry about other people judging you and all that, right? We can take all of that out of the equation. So put your favorite god's name or your favorite character's name and then log in. So here I'm putting Krishna. Krishna is not my name. And then you log in. When you log in, on this screen, I'll see that Krishna has logged in. There is somebody called Awesome who has already logged in. There is a Steven, and then there is a Surya. So these are all the players. So as people are logging in, I'll start seeing how many people are here. And then once everyone has logged in, I will start the game. Okay. So before we go into the game itself, do you have any questions so far about how to join a quiz? If anybody has questions, please feel free to ask.
No, we are clear.
Hi.
Yeah.
I don't have a question about the app, but and I joined a little later, so sorry about that.
No
But
worries.
I was just wondering, so this particular program, is it solely quiz based for kids? In the sense that, would you also have lectures or presentations, or is it just that you send out a quiz and kids prepare for it and then basically they just play for every class?
So this is a concept called learning by asking, right? So it is purely a quiz program where we are going to ask questions with multiple choice answers, and then for each question we will also like once the answer has been put in and we show what the right answer is, the quiz masters typically talk about that question and talk about the other options and why this is the right answer and all that. But beyond that, so that is how kids learn. So we've been running this in Toronto Toronto and Boston for the last 8 weeks, and kids have been enjoying it. And the only thing we tell them beforehand is the title. We will say, okay, this week we are going to talk about weapons used by gods, or we are going to talk about what do our gods have in their hand, right? Some of them have a murali, which is a basuri, or they have a bow and arrow or all that, right? So we'll give a concept and then we'll say our questions are going to be around this, or we will say it is going to be about our holy books, how many books we have, what are their names, who wrote it, in what instance. So we will give a very simple synopsis of what that program, what that the concept for that quiz program is. And kids who are familiar with Google, they will go and Google and do some research and come. Or if they have grandparents at home, or if they have parents, who are willing to help, who are able to help, they go and learn from them. But most of the learning is happening during the quiz program itself. As we ask the question and they are learning the answers and with the explanation that we give and all that. And then kids also jump in and they say, oh yeah, I know this answer, I learned it from here and all that, right? So it's a very collaborative classroom kind of an atmosphere where we encourage kids to talk, and that is how kids learn. There is no, we are not doing presentations or any classroom lectures. There is a separate program conducted by GOD, which is called Gopakutiram, and there is a e-Gopakutiram as well. That runs September to April, like a regular school year, once a week. It is typically 30 to 45 minutes based on whether it is GK or EGK. And if you're interested, you can post a question on Puranava chat room and we can send you information about Gopakutiram. That's a sit-down classroom course where teachers will come with material. There are even books, prescribed books written by our, designed by our Guruji. And as part of the curriculum, we'll give out the books. There will be e-material and there will be classroom lectures and all that, homework and all that. But this one is a pure quiz program.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no worries. So back to how the quiz is played, two devices. One, a large screen where you can see the questions, and then a handheld device where you can actually punch in the answer. So once you have put the game pin and your nickname, you are in. So it says you are in, and it's going to wait for the quiz master to start the game. Once I start, this is what you're going to see. This is the name of the quiz program, and then you will see the first question being posted here. Who created Mickey Mouse? Obviously, this is created by my daughter for her cousins in India. So they picked their own topic. So this will be, you will see that there is a timer here. Typically, multiple choice is about 30 seconds. True or false is about 20 seconds. And it also depends on the age group. I don't know if I can pause this. But once the time runs out, it's going to show what the answer is, right? So when the timer is running in your screen here, sorry, I should have shown you that. Let me show one more. So this is what you will be seeing in your handheld device. Second question is being populated. You will see 4 choices. There will be no words, only colors and a symbol, red, blue, yellow, green, which matches the red, blue, yellow, green here. What did Ariel use as a comb? A shell or a comb or a fork or a seaweed, right? And then you pick an answer here by clicking this, right? And when the time runs out, it will tell you whether you got the answer right or wrong. So you're looking at Zoom, looking at the question, looking at the picture, evaluating your options, and then in your handheld device, you're selecting an option. There you go. I got that question right because my daughter helped me, or I wouldn't have known what Ariel uses to comb her hair. So that's how the question and answers are displayed. After every question, it also says, what is the right answer? So green is the right answer. How many people picked red? How many people picked blue? How many people picked yellow and all that? So obviously there are 8 people in this demo session right now, and they are actually picking answers. So any questions about how the questions are displayed and how you would select answers?
Radharade Ganeshji, I have shared the demo session with you, Ji.
Yeah, okay.
That has different types of questions as well. Quiz.
Oh, I see.
Calls,
Okay.
Open-ended and all the things. So you can show that as well.
Okay, sure. Let me log out of this one. Other than that, any questions about how the quiz is played? So I'm just going to show you the different types of questions that are typically asked. Yeah, at least one person has to join before I can start. Okay, thanks, Surya.
Hi.
Surya, where are you from?
I'm from San Jose.
Oh, nice.
10.
So this is a multiple choice question, like the one that I showed before. Current month is April, May, June, July, and then you pick an answer.
Please talk about the multi-select as well.
Okay. So in this question, you know that there can be only one answer, but then there are questions where you could have multiple answers. In that case, there will be a display here which says multiple select. In which case you can actually, is the next one?
Next one is true.
If it is multiple select, you can select multiple answers. This is a true or false kind of a question, right? Radhe Radhe is satsang greeting, true or false? Answer is true.
What is the game code?
Sorry?
What is the game code?
The game is called Kahoot.
No, game
No, like the code.
Oh, the game pin is,
down.
you should see here in the screen, 3176228. Okay, so this one is a different format. This one is, you need to order these items, which means I need to log in. 3176228. Right, so you can drag and drop stuff here, and then you order the answers based on what the question is, and then you click on the K to submit the answer. Right, so you're asking which one is smaller, which one is larger. So you'll go with millimeter, then centimeter, and then meter and kilometer. So this is another format where you are asked to arrange the options. I've seen this used rarely. Less common than the others. And the last option is an open-ended question where it's a fill in the blanks kind of thing, right? So for this, you will actually see a text box here where you can type an answer, right? I don't know, sorry, I didn't even read the question, I just typed. Ravana is not one of the Dasavatharams. So this is an open-ended question where you have to actually type your answer. So 7th avataram in Dasavataram is, what is the right answer? So this is the other type of question. So single select, multiple choice questions, true or false, fill in the blanks, and then arrange it in the right order.
Radharaji, and also talk about the pictorial questions.
All questions have, are you talking about answers that have pictures? Or questions?
That or sometimes for temples, you just give the picture of the temple and ask like.
Correct. So the, let me go back. Can you log in? 2939. 2939701. So the question consists of two parts. One is there will be text here which says current month is. Sometimes there could be a picture here, and the picture itself becomes the question. You can also have answers as pictures, right? So we could have a temple name, and then we could give you the picture of 4 temples, or we could give you an animal name, and you could have the pictures of the 4 animals, and then you pick the right answer. So pictures are built into the questions and answers. Any questions? Once you start playing, you'll feel more comfortable. We haven't had any, kids have any major problems. I mean, they understand this much easier than adults do. Adults ask a lot of questions, but kids get accustomed to this very easily. Any questions? Sayan?
No.
Sayan, what do you think?
What do you think?
You think you're going to like it? Letiksha, she's smiling. I think she likes it. All the bright colors, blue and red and yellow and green, right? So kids who haven't started reading, they can also play this game, but somebody has to read the questions for them. So we can make the questions simple enough for them, right? We can say, pick the apple from the pictures, right? They will be able to pick the apple, but somebody has to read the question to them because they cannot read. So when my son plays, I usually sit with him and then I will read the question to him, right? We will say, so the question could say, what does Lord Muruga hold in his hand? Right? And then we will show 4 pictures. We will show E.T. or we will show arrow, we'll show a gada, or you'll show something else. And then we will ask which one is the right answer. Kids know the answer. It is just that they don't read the question properly, right? So parents can sit down and help them read the questions and then encourage them to answer.
Okay.
Rather than Ganeshji, I think there is a question in the group chat.
Group chat, yeah. I'm trying to get back to that other screen, chat screen.
Ji, the question is, so after every question, you will be talking about it, is it?
Yes, we try to do that after every question. Give some background around, but it's not going to be a lecture. Like for that example, right? Muruga, what does Lord Muruga have in his hand, right? Once the correct answer is picked, we might ask, so if there is a mace, which is a gadai, we might ask, do you know anyone who has a gadai in his hand, right? And kids might say Hanuman or Bhima or, Rama. And we'll say, no, Rama doesn't have a gadai. Rama has a bow and arrow, right? So there will be some conversation around that questions. It happens very spontaneously at that moment. It's not a lecture for sure.
Okay, that's it. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, now I see it.
Ji, I think we can start for today. It's 6:05, 6:06.
Okay. So the open house is officially over. We are going to start the session today, which is for I think high schoolers today, right? 8th grade to 12th grade or something like that.
Actually,
Yeah.
Letiksha missed a class last Monday. When next week only we can join another class or any other?
I mean, you are here. You are welcome to join the quiz today that we are conducting. It may not be for her level. It was created for high schoolers, but you can at least play and see how it works out. Please feel free to stay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions? If you're not playing, Radhe Radhe, you can drop off from the Zoom game. The quiz is starting right now.
What's the code for the Kahoot?
It's coming out in a couple of minutes. I just need to log back in. Can you see my screen?
No, we cannot see your screen.
Oh, okay. Let me. Do you know what is the topic of today's quiz?
India temples.
Indian temples?
Like temples in India?
Temples in India. Okay, let's do that then.
On WhatsApp, the thing was supposed to. On WhatsApp, they said the topic was going to be temples.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that. So it's Temples of India. I'm just starting the game right now. The pin should be generated in a minute.
Ganeshji, can you stop the recording?
Okay, yeah.
Thank you.